Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Duke Blue Devils. Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFB, and let's get it going.
Gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. As we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
Not able to connect, incomplete. Big moment early in this playoff game. They face a third down in the opening drive. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaking tackles. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now, instead of a nice gain, they're going backwards with that penalty call. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down on the third down conversion.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Getting set. Here's second down. Scanning the field, it's Spencer. Checks this down to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
I mean, it's so valuable to have a back like this who can take a check down and turn it into a first down. That level of playmaking is such an asset to a team in today's game.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense getting set. It's second down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I'm all for quarterbacks trying to make plays. I love to see the fight in a guy and wants to make a play on every single chance that he can make. But here, when you scramble and you throw the ball way back against your body, you're asking for trouble. He's so lucky that ball didn't get intercepted.
Looking deep downfield with the left. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown deep as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game with no signs of a rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open score. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Buffalo's offense gets their first crack now. Let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The freshman brings him down quickly.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Lewis. It's an out route. The catch made. You bring it down after a short game here.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Crucial third down play right here. Pick up the first down through the air. They'll try a pass here. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And there's the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got it for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Didn't expect to lose 4 in the first down run. Set up now 2nd and 14. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The defense grabs it after the completion. He's just short of the first down.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Catch made on the left side. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Looking to pass. It's Lewis. And It's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long from the 45. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. The Buffaloes will line up to boot it away. The offense forced to punt for the first time tonight. And the punt will bounce out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Great job by the punter there. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Caught in the backfield. It's Duke. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Makes the ground. It's Duke. And he will be stuffed for no gain. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. And here's the return now from midfield. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. Getting some good things in the last drive. Moved it a long way, but eventually stalled out. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. It's got the first and still going. They get him to the ground. It's first down now at the 28.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And now the handoff. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play at that corner.
To the air, it's Lewis. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down. They need this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And the tight end grabs it over the middle. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. First and 10 from the 11.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone. And he can't make it in, and defense forces him out at the 1-yard line. They convert here on 4th down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown and field goal. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Touchdown, Buffaloes. As they get on the board here in this playoff game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point drop. And it's good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now. Backed up at the 15. Again, they go throw to the left. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Here's the 2nd down play.
Job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking deep to the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday at our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And the Blue Devils are going to keep this drive rolling. Dropping back, it's Spencer. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. He dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge game slips through his hands. So they're short on 4th down. The coach decides to try out the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Turner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He goes nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
10, Colorado, 7.
Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive line.
So here comes Lamar trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. He slides with the throw. Tackle made after a solid gain. The spot the ball for 31.
The quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's how they bring him in the blitz. And he gets on.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker as kind of a sideline player defending the run. Here, the timing and the instincts as a blitzer moving right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
They're going to throw it on third and very long. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for the first down.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in his first half.
So, forward, with the 51, this location. Give him my snap. Give him my PE flexible. So, do it.
The problem is the weight on the other side on straight by the way.
We do these raids, guys. You might catch tomorrow, we're going to be good guys. We're going to dope on the day.
Buffaloes pick up enough for a first down.
Kick down the door.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's a quick run.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Pass complete and second down now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. Tackle line. First down.
Let me get this straight. You already put out on the first. You fellas still have enough work.
And the Buffaloes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw yet again. Fires it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackle quickly, but a solid gain. Ball spotted at the 25 now. First down here for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback takes off with his speed. In the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs.
Well, the defense is so caught up in stopping this passing game that they underestimate what this quarterback can do when he pulls it down and can take off. He takes this one all the way to the house.
try here for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to put it away. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the Duke offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt here. The shotgun handoff here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. They'll run it from the gun. Williams pick up first down yards to keep the drive going. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Downfield shot, the ball goes incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
Solid gain in the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. 2nd down after that previous play. And the back gets the football. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Just had a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
That's another first down as they get near the 50 now. Looking to pass. It's Spencer. Deep shot to the left side. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Home coverage here, and the receiver is just waiting in the end zone all by himself. You won't see an easier touchdown catch than that maybe all season.
PAT puts him on 3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn, and early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns the last possession. Looking to throw it on first down. Look at that, looks to his right, and finds his man. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a game there. Pass caught for a 2nd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The receiver.
Man-to-man coverage. You run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He made the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And the Buffaloes have 1st and 10 here. Back to throw again. Going to try to use his legs here. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
He's to his right side there for the completion.
They're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that kick.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Still inside the 20. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown.
But somebody had to bust an assignment on this touchdown. There's no way you let a guy get that open unless the defender either gets injured or he blew an assignment. That was too easy for the offense for that touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the extra point is good. Makes it a 21-17 game. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before halftime. From the shotgun, it's a they'll tackle him right at the 31. It's the 2-minute timeout. What's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. To throw, it's Spencer. Let's see go quickly. It's intercepted. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Zero running back stop right at the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Looking to pass here on second down. Look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
Out of the shotgun, we'll hand it off. We'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And the player was down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or they check him out. Now it's second down here. And he drops back in the gun. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs here. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself. Buffalo's come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Okay, I can call AAA.
Oh, no problem, Chief.
This defensive line into believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for lost yardage.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Touchdown, Buffaloes! This offense really clicking.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
And the extra point makes the lead 11 to lead 17. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 13 in great field position to start the drive. Final seconds in the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. It looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. Exciting, action-packed, enormous drama. Talk about a first half of football. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. Kick this away and get the second half going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
Hey, turn it up. Hey, Greg. Raymond. That'd be me. That'd be you. What the fuck ever do that?
You gonna make it too heavy, yo? You might work if we make it bigger. We work if we had bumps and it's really not strong. Man, you so full of. Oh shit. I'll be nasty.
You take us a little walk.
And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. Trying to build on a positive first half for this offense to see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. First down, throw the football. With the catch, it's Taylor. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Because much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. The shotgun running play call. That one moves the ball across the 40.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can play action, you really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Can he get there on the ground? He's going to lose ground on the run. Now it's going to bring up 4th and short.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And the Buffaloes will have to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. No, kick it away here. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Duke's offense is back out onto the field now. Looking downfield, it's Spencer. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Picks up the first, looking for more. You bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. And looking to throw now on first down. Gains 9 to a 2nd and 1.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The Blue Devils moving quickly down the field here. It's a quarterback keeper. Look out, room to run here. Gets the first and still running. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. And the Blue Devils lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of the play.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing him off the cannon. 1st and 10 now for the offense. They keep him off balance with a run. The tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Ball handed off. Has the first down and more. Taken down, but not before. Makes the first down.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Breaks free. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And the quarterback keeps it here. Breaks up the defender. Good enough for first down yardage.
When we think about option plays, especially quarterback when he keeps the ball, a lot of times it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
They finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He stands right into a wall. They got it for a loss.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Touchdown, Duke, as the QB fights his way into the end zone. But they slow the game down with a long, winding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. They start at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Get some space around the 30. They get it back, but the game moves the ball up to the 36.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36 in its first down. Drops back to the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback looking to scramble.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Cut quickly. They wrap it up after the conversion just short of the first down mark. It's third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The receiver makes the catch. And they get the conversion there. Set up now first down at the 38.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see in the second half that same trend continuing. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage, get a corner up in his face, and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to scramble now. Bringing down a solid gain. Moves the football to the 24 on the first down. And the Buffaloes will line up on first and 10. Hand it off. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Remember when I was cadet, I was up here on a cadaver search. Instructor gets on the radio to say, we're looking for one body in particular.
Really nice job here being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
After the second half incomplete, so they have to convert here on third down and 8. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Pass open on a cross. They make the stop, blocking first down from the 38.
Love to see a quarterback who looks for a matchup on third down, sees his go-to guy who's got a favorable matchup, hits the ball to him for a first down.
Shotgun formation is inside give. Run up the middle.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So Colorado has the lead. As we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who's going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Handoff on the shotgun. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go now. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. As he releases it, and the pass was incomplete. So on 4th down, out tries the place kick in a very big spot here. Right down the middle.
Now, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Play action here on 1st down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Scanning the field. It's Spencer. They got him. Again, another mistake.
I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands with a good combination of good coverage, with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up early. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Gets into the open. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Throws it in. It's Taylor. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to a +40.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offensive coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
getting set. Second down play here. Wants to throw it. They can wait. This one caught. They make the stop at the 25, and it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Buffaloes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. Receiver makes the catch. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain in that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Important second down play coming up.
He's right. He sits out there on some lawn chairs, holds court. He's got people covering every approach so there's no creeping up on him. My guess is that he likes to talk outdoors so no one can drop a microphone on him.
Sergeant, what can we do for that?
I admit I've made some mistakes. Burrell being one of the biggest. He's got a job for about 10 more days. After primary, he's gone. Leave me. And that last stunt. Pull the detective. What'd you expect? Hey.
He'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but
The defensive line does their job beating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
they're backed up here, trying to make something happen.
We will also do that in a manner with first people. And then take it off the week for a person. First people. Let's put that 3 minutes.
The first down. Pass is caught. Defense wraps it up after the catch. Just short of a first down.
Incredible job here by this defense on 3rd down. Now set up a
You think that's
big
going to make up the
3rd down
definite
play.
damage
The
every
question is,
damn
does the
develop?
offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
So 4th down, it's an all-important field goal to hold your breath here. Straight down the middle. And then will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Try out to the field goal. The kicker out there again to put it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This drive is important. This one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. To the air. It's Spencer. Defense is coming after him. He can't escape. It's a sack.
And the first play of this drive is a big sack for this defense. These are exactly the kind of plays that can kill a drive before you even get the 3rd down. You cannot allow a big sack to start a drive like this.
They got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, bringing pressure. Under pressure, just lets it go. Just flings it out of bounds, and pass rush closing in.
And this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earmarked. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? He's running out of time here. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Makes a tackle. He's got room. Now here he goes. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch. The Blue Devils looking to crank up the tempo a bit. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Blue Devils. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
The obvious move here is to go for a 2-point conversion to keep this lead to 3 as time winds down. Dropping back, it's Spencer. Caught by the receiver. Tackled there.
Interesting call here by this offense on the 2-point conversion. Just not enough depth on that route to get him across the goal line. And the defense does a nice job of coming up with that tackle to keep him short.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. We'd love to go the drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Grinding away on the ground. As the first down is still going. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Oh, it would have been a big momentum shift with that play, but the penalty negates it. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. That's caught. It's Taylor. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
A completion makes it 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. That's caught. It's Taylor. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will bring their punt team onto the field. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. Heartfelt playoff game comes down to this. Can the offense find the end zone late? Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Pass rush closing in. And they trap him for a sack.
Man, it has been a rough night for this this poor offensive line, and it's only getting worse. That's 5 sacks they've now given up so far in this game alone.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Back to throw. It's Spencer. Here's a target, and it's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snags a quick throw. Defense will wrap it up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback throws this ball short of the marker, relying on his guy to do the rest. But on 3rd down, you have to put the ball at least to the 1st down marker. That's too much to ask of this receiver.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Past the 40. Finds room at the 30. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. They accept the penalty for an automatic 1st down. They had converted anyway.
If it was me running that, it would be 4th down.
Can the offense produce some magic? 1st down, they're going to throw the ball. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete.
This quarterback right now is throwing in sync. That's 3 throws on this drive to start things off. 3 completions and a nice gain there.
Comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And the game just good enough for a 1st down. Playoff game comes down to this. Tight game, final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Let's fly to the wide out. Touchdown on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw it again. Pressure is coming. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw. It's Spencer. Touchdown. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Chris, that's called delivering when it really counts. We're talking about a playoff game. This offense does everything that they needed. The quarterback with a hot hand makes a perfect throw to give the offense the lead. You should go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game late in the ball game.
34.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple of yards deep. Turner 1 down. Sets up the next drive. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. A chance to survive and advance in the playoff is on the line right here. They need points in this possession. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He saw him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The pass is caught. Moves the ball to the 37 for a 1st down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And it's caught across the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. magic. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? They're looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch. You get a little bit closer to the marker. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid game. So now we'll have a field goal attempt, one of the biggest moments of this game so far. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt.
Yes.
It's good. This playoff run continues with a kick for the Aces. We love to see a game come down to the final possessions. Who's going to have the football last? And they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirkland Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Reads.